Oh, look at you. It's not like you're dancing with the stranger anymore. You're with family now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good to see you, bro.
It's good to see you too.
What's going on?
Thank you for having me today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. What a great way to start 2019, just to catch up. And I feel like there's no reason except that we want to hang out and just catch up. I mean, it's really nice not have all that stuff hanging over our head to some degree. You've got the song, it's important, but it's already flying.
Yeah,
it's
strange. Releasing music like this is really odd.
Why?
Because nothing's been planned it has been planned, but like nothing has been.
It's not part of a big album cycle or
I'm not doing
stuff.
promo.
Yeah.
We just I text you and decide.
Can I commit?
Yeah, and we decided to do this.
But there are no rules anymore. And I think this is a really interesting time. And I was talking to Florence about this the other day as well, because she was like, there were kind of no rules. And I've been doing all this stuff and like big statement steps. Yeah. Like, here's a big footprint step, album, tour. Here's another one. And now maybe I just put this out and maybe I just keep things moving. Do you feel that sense of freedom now?
I really do. I was scared of it. About a year ago, I was definitely scared of it. And I was holding on to the old ways a little bit, thinking, I'm just going to go and create an album, keep thinking in terms of albums.
Because it worked for you, to be fair.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I think, you sold more than 10 million albums, so that old way really worked first time around.
Yeah, completely. And it's scary releasing music in I've released Dancing with a Stranger and I have not got an album at all. But there's a freedom to it that's really exciting. And it's, a lot of the times when I've written with my albums when I released them, I've lived with those songs for so long.
Yeah.
And Dance with a Stranger I've only had for 4 months.
So it's fresh.
So it feels more honest, actually.
Do you know what you're doing for us as fans is you're keeping us happy and you're keeping our appetite topped up.
Yes.
Because now the way that music moves and the pace at which it moves and the ability, thanks to places like Apple Music and other services to be able to give you a chance to just kind of keep filling your playlist and keep, it just keeps moving.
Yeah.
And so our appetite becomes, insatiable.
Oh, completely. But then you've got to be careful, right?
Right.
And I still want it to be of quality and honest.
We expect nothing less. You and Normani, what a dream collaboration.
Yeah.
I mean, what a lovely lady she is, an incredible talent, so teed up for this year. There were 5 members of Fifth Harmony. You could have eeny, meeny, miny, mowed that shit. So why did you choose Normani?
I was in the studio and I had a week break and tour, and I was with Stargate. So I was there just writing with them, and we wrote Dancing with a Stranger. And then she was coming in that day, and to have a meeting with Tim. I said to her, do you want to hear this song? And I played her the song.
And you were totally Trojan horsing it. Like, you knew you wanted her on the song.
I did, because do you know what? I saw her Billboard performance. Did you see that?
Of course.
And I saw
actual modern legendary now. Like, people still talk about that performance.
I just watched reaction videos. All the gays went crazy when it came out. But when I saw her do that on the Billboard Awards, I was like, wow, she's a triple threat.
Oh, dude.
She's special, and you can tell that she works really hard. And so when she came in the studio, she just jumped on the song there and then with me in the room, and she just sang it, and it was perfect.
Leaving yourself open to those opportunities, man, that has got to be the source of life for an artist.
I think so. I'm still trying to figure it out. I think with my second album, I traveled so much and so much had changed in my life that I wanted to feel safe again when I was creating music. Yeah. So I just went back to London, went into a studio with Jimmy, and we wrote music. And that's what the second album was. It was me trying to get back to safety, back to familiarity, I guess. But with the music I'm making now and after the tour, I feel like I did on the first album again. Suddenly I feel like I'm just making music to make music, and I love pop music so much. Yeah. I love it so much. So the inner Beyonce in me is just coming out.
I'm so glad.
I'm feeling free to make whatever I want to make again. When I released that album, my relationship with me was not good. I was being really hard on myself. People think I'm fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I'm not miserable, but
you fall in love hard, don't you?
Oh my God, so hard. So hard. And I do everything wrong. And I really, really do.
Which, by the way, doesn't mean it's wrong at all.
No, I guess I'm learning from it, but I'm still just as confused about love as I always have been. But I'm very honest with my lyrics. I'm very honest with my stories, I guess. And I'm still trying to figure out if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe I should keep more to myself. But I can't, when it comes to the music, I can't help but, kind of access that therapy.
If you're an artist, what are we if not honest?
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
But with fame and with all that sort of stuff, sometimes I am tempted to be like, let's hold that back. Let's not say those things.
Sure.
Let's not talk about this relationship.
But you're unafraid even outside of your music. Like, of course, you're my friend, so I follow you on social media, and so I can see what you're doing and make sure you're good. And you have no problem telling people that you're sad that day, or you have no problem saying, look, I'm brokenhearted again.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know, it's annoying. I wish I could bring out an album where it was like, I'm in love and everything's great, but it just hasn't been my experience. And I've got to be honest, and I haven't had the happiest memories when it comes to relationships.
Got to stop falling in love with dicks, man.
I know. Or maybe I'm the dick. I don't know. I don't know what I've got to change.
No one ever does.
I think I've just got to stop getting into relationships at the moment. Maybe it's my slutty years. I just need to...
You look really good. You look healthy and really happy, man.
It's in my eye.
What happened to your eye?
Have you not seen?
I mean, I don't
I've
really...
got a bit of makeup on so you can't see it.
And also, I'm not zeroing in on your left-hand eye. What's the story?
I got 2 styes in New Zealand.
You're welcome.
We went to this beach house and there was a long drop.
Right.
So no proper toilet.
You've got pink eye.
I think I've got shit in my eye, maybe. No, it wasn't. It was hay fever actually that caused it.
It was hay fever.
But I had to have an operation, so but I got a black eye, and
I've
always wanted a black eye.
After lols, you can't lead us into lol drops and then hit us with the eye. Surgery.
But I got a black eye, and I've always wanted a black eye. So
tough guy.
Yeah.
Tough
so I've
guy.
been, wearing it, going out, selling it.
Have you ever been in a fight?
Never.
Never.
Do you know what? Actually, one time in school, actually, this guy was being really rude, and he pushed me, and then I just smashed him around the head with my bag.
You clobbered him. You clobbered him.
Yeah, with my bag.
I got into one of those
with my handbag.
It had books in it. Man, you did such a great job with Calvin on that song.
It was so fun. That whole experience.
You two would be perfect in the room together. What was the vibe like?
It was me, Calvin, and Jessie Reyes.
Sick.
But we had one day, and it was in Calvin's studio, and we wrote a song that was sad, and it was about my relationship that I was in, and I was currently in it, and it was like a love song, and it was good. Yeah. It was good, and we were sitting there like, this is good, and we had an hour and a half left of the session, and sitting with Jessie Reyes, and she's like, should we have a whiskey? And Calvin doesn't drink, so we were like, should we have a whiskey? And we poured like a little whiskey, and then he had this disco beat, and he just started playing it, and then me and Jessie and Calvin just started like...
Did you stand up? You must have stood up.
We were standing up, dancing.
You can't write a song like that and not move.
We were stood up. I was like, this isn't going to be for me. I don't know who it's for. And suddenly Jessie just comes with the lyric, "Are you drunk enough?" And then,
so good.
And then that just spinballed the whole song. Went into this. The actual chorus line, the melody line in the chorus is jazz. But Calvin, when he writes, is just unbelievable. The way that me and Jessie were writing, getting ahead of ourselves, and then he just comes in and he's like, no, less. Take this out. Take that out.
He's a reducer.
Take that out.
He's a reducer.
And he is, and I'm just sitting there like, you're genius.
Does this momentum, this thing that you and I, I love it because the track that we worked on together was 114 beats per minute. So, do you want to kind of get a little more?
I think I do. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's I'm not really working by any brief at the moment.
Because dancing has that. Because dancing has that.
Yeah, it moves. But I wrote a song a few weeks ago which I absolutely adore, and it's a straight up ballad.
Who with?
I wrote that with Stargate again. But it's just a straight up ballad, which is beautiful. So if a ballad happens and they come, then great. But I am trying to push myself forward to move it. I just want it to be lighter. The thrill of it all was heavy.
Yes.
All the music was heavy.
Yes.
The messages were heavy because I was feeling heavy.
Yes.
Whereas now I just want it to be a bit more like, fuck it, let's just like smile and try and enjoy life.
So you're writing out here in Los Angeles, and so you're feeling good. You're feeling inspired.
No. No, I really am. I really am. It's crazy, the writing, how much it's changed. I've recently, over the last year and a half, I've just started to kind of focus on my instrument a bit more. I've always I've had a bit of a hang up with the fact that I can't play in writing sessions, and I always wish that I could. I just don't have a passion for it. And I'm forcing myself to learn piano at the moment.
You are.
I don't have the same passion as I do when I sing. But now in writing sessions, I've been working on my instrument, my voice, and I'm going into these sessions and I'm just singing my arse off, and whether it ends up in sounding awful, it doesn't matter. I'm just going in and I'm trying to sing in different ways. Promises and Dance with a Stranger, I'm not actually like belting. I'm just
love that.
exploring melodies that are a little bit less. It's about not giving too much, which actually makes it harder. Promises is so hard to sing live.
Yeah, I bet.
Because I'm used to belting out, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm enjoying exploring this part of my voice where it's just not. I'm not constantly going for massive choruses and just maybe staying in this realm.
How are you finding going? I mean, you going into rooms with people you haven't worked with before?
Yes,
On
I'm
this
doing
trip?
way more pop writers.
So some pop writers?
Yes, definitely. I won't say too much.
No, I don't want you to, but I just want to know that you're trying new things and how you...
There's an element of just of trying not to be too emotional in the sessions at the moment, which I'm trying to do. Instead of being like, I need you to be my person. Just go in there and just write and have a bit more self-belief, I think.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more confident now.
All you can hope for is that your music lives.
Yeah.
And has a great life. Right now, there may not be songs on albums, every album that go out there and walk down the red carpet and every flashbulb is going off at that song. Everyone wants to talk to that song. But the album is alive and people love it.
Exactly. And do you know what? It always brings me back to John Mayer said it to me, and Elton also said it to me. It's about catalogue, you know?
Yeah.
That's the dream. That is the dreams, that one day I'm going to stand there, I'm going to have all of this music in front of me that I've made, and you're going to do these shows and you can pick songs and you know the fan favourites and songs grow. And
well, you got what, about 35 right now? You got about 35 right now, I'm guessing right now, between the remixes and the collaborations, the Disclosure stuff, your own stuff.
I've got many songs actually.
Yeah.
It's quite, for 26, it's quite good. I've got quite a lot of songs, and I love that. Seeing all your songs in front of you, it's exciting, and it's that's what it's about. Wow. I want to be Elton John. That's my dream. I want to be doing what he's doing at his age. He has fire in his eyes when he talks about music.
I mean, his Rocket Hour on Beats One is one of the great shows that we have. He's over 180 shows now. But I just wish sometimes people got an insight into what he said off the mic.
I did it with him. We did it in his closet.
What?
we did the interview in his closet.
Hey, there's a headline right there. Not to TMZ this but Sam Smith, me and Elton did it in his closet. That's fucking amazing.
With all the beats, guys. Everyone was there. Everyone was there. Everyone had a part to play.